Hi guys, bless up everybody. It's another Thursday. Um, my background different and thing this time around. I'm actually on campus, guys. But yeah, welcome to another FMA meeting. Just giving the official declaration for the meeting to begin. But just before we proceed further, we want to just say a word of prayer before we go any further. So I'm just going to pray right now as we kick things off. All right. Heavenly Father, Lord God, we are grateful for life. We are grateful for the internet. We are grateful for platforms such as these so we could stay connected while socially distant. I pray that as we are about to commence this meeting, that it will be one that is really good, that persons will learn and benefit from that which the speakers have to offer or share. Have your way in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So, yeah, man. Yes, a big up to everybody in the comment section. We did a giveaway earlier for the first person to type the FMA, UTECH FMA motto, which is recreate the future. Congratulations to Abigail who snatched that one. $300 credit, yeah man, which you'll get later today. Actually, I have about three more $300 credits to give away. And of course, it won't be as easy as that. Well, it won't be as difficult as the BIP challenge still, but or the BIP hunt, but but it should be easy enough for us all to get a chance to win some credit. And just to proceed further, we are going to now have Allison. Let me just check my agenda. Sorry, I don't want to call up the wrong person, but yeah. Oh, he's actually welcome. So yeah, but yeah, welcome to everybody. Supposed to be doing that this week. Yeah, it's good. It's always good to be a part of FMA meetings because it's always full of vibes, especially the speakers. Even last week was something else with Mr. Azan, which was very good. So big up to everybody who attended. I think we had about 30 something persons viewing at a given point, which was really good. I know we all have school to deal with and UTECH, but the fact that you took the time out to come online and to just see what go on for FMA every single week, we appreciate it and we thank you. And so this week we have something very special for you. And as you can see the flyer, it's a like a panel discussion and thing, and so you have a lot to learn and to hear about. So as we proceed now, we're going to have Alison join us for a little activity, and I want you all to participate. All right, so over to you, Alison.
Hey guys, so today the activity is quite simple. What we're going to do is I'm going to throw out the talent and then you guys are going to guess which exec I'm describing, which exec has that skill or which exec has that talent. So the first one is the skill that this exec possess is public speaking. Like we'll sit and we will listen to this exec talk all day. Which exec is that? Executives can answer as well. Going once, going twice. You guys don't know which exec is great at public speaking? Come on, yes. Yes, it's Marisol. Yes. So the second one, this person is good at swimming. Y'all can't tell from just looking. You have to take this. You have to take a good guess for this one. No, not Robert. Yes, it's Jarvis. Rolisha. Oh, your answers are quick. Yeah, I get swimming lessons. Tatiana can't swim, Cash. Anyways, the other one is this exec is good at graphics, drawing, photography. If you see the pictures this exec takes. Tell me which exec that is. Yes, the answer for that one was Jarvis. Jarvis is the one that's good at swimming. No, it's not Ravel. Guess again. He's also good at money management. Yes, it's Tariq. Rolisha sharp on the answers though. This other exec that I'm going to describe, yes, pictures. This other exec that I'm going to describe, this individual is good at creating things. She's a do-it-yourself individual. Ooh, Marcel fast. Yes, yes, it's Rolisha. This other exec is a dancer. You won't know by just looking. You guys have to guess. No, you can know. Shana is a dancer from looking, you know. But you won't know this exec is a dancer by just looking. So many execs. We have Michaela, we have Deja. We have so many. Could be me, but it's not me. Yes, Marcel, it's Deja. Come to meetings every day and you might just see Deja do a 1 and 2 movement for you guys. You may never know. Okay, so this other exec that we have, they are good with editing. This one is so easy. They're good with editing. It's two of them actually. Yes, Shanoy and Ravel. Then look how the answers them are coming in. Like I wanna active. This other exec is good at sign language and acting. No Marcel, no credit. This other exec is good at sign language and acting. Ooh, yes, the boy is Kashina. This other exec now is a singer, and this other exec can also bake. No, 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 Marisol, you're going too bad now. Yes, yes, it's Kamisha. No, Marisol, bad too bad. Marisol know everybody, you know. I don't like how the answers are coming too quick. All right. No, Marisol, we're not giving away any credit. So the final one here. This exec is good at playing musical instruments, such as the keyboard and the drum. I can't play musical instruments. Come on, guess again. It's not Jarvis. It's not Ravel either. No, Allison can do a two movement, but she can't play musical instrument. Yes, it's Robert. Thank you guys for participating. And that's the end of our little activity.
All right, big up, Alison. All right. Some of these responses, well, some of these answers surprised me, you know. Robert, a big musician, I lie. All right, cool. And Kamisha, big singer. No, what's the next meeting now? But anyway, um, now it's over to Marisol and Alicia as they now prepare to introduce the guest speakers or the panel. All right, over to you.
All right, so hi guys, I'll be introducing the two speakers for today. All right, so and I think Rolisha is going to take Jamar. Okay, so Conrad Matheson is an innovative executive with extensive corporate marketing experience engaging consumers via digital, social media, and mobile channels. Currently, Conrad is the managing director of its Pixel Perfect. In this role, he is responsible for shaping and executing digital media strategy with the goals of raising brand awareness, driving website traffic, and engaging the greater digital media company online. His excellent written and verbal communication skills help him incorporate creativity, strategic insight, tech savvy, and business acumen into product branding, yielding maximum engagement while exceeding results. Conrad's proven track record includes leading consumer-facing digital and social media programs in partnership with several RJR brands, Caramed brands, Wesinco brands, etc. As the chief strategist of its Pixel Perfect, he developed strategy and led the launch of all Television Jamaica's social channels, social listening, social TV, and live coverage programs for the last 3 years, which resulted in a 300% increase in growth since he started. A few of his speaking engagements include keynote speaker at the UWI Scholarship Award ceremony, guest speaker at Cornwall College 120th homecoming ceremony, and guest speaker at HRMAJ annual conference. Now, Radisha, are you ready to introduce Mr. Jamar McFarlane?
Okay, hi guys. So Jamar is an independent Jamaican filmmaker and musician. He currently works as team lead of IPP Studios, the production division of Business Transformation Agency. It's Pixel Perfect, or IPP for short, where he is responsible for overseeing all content creation with a special focus on video and photo content. He's also the CEO of his own production company, Gemagination Studios.
Hey, howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hey everybody.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Pretty
Um,
good.
I'm good.
All right, so just letting you guys know that Conrad and Jamar, of course, they're both a part of It's Pixel Perfect. But before we really dive into Pixel in of itself, they both had their own respective journey, and I can't wait until they tell their stories. And so we want to start off with Conrad. So, Relisha, your first question.
Lisha sound like she
Okay.
put in a tough questions for me.
No man, no man, no, come on. All right. So tell us about your startup. Like, where did the whole drive for IPP begin? Like, where did it start?
Not having a job. Alright, joke. Alright. Well, for me personally, it was I started doing. I'm a science student at the University of West Indies. I did biotechnology and chemistry. But on the side, I was a very active student at UA, so I did a lot of party promotions and planning and stuff like that. So I got a lot of experience doing things like what you guys are doing now. You know, Integration Thursday, I used to plan it every week. So as a result, I learned a lot about marketing and stuff like that. I realized I actually love it more than going to the labs every morning. So I started there, and then after that, I didn't get job immediately after school. So I was like, I'm gonna get up all my friends that could shoot video and photo and do graphics and say to them that we're gonna start a business. And that's exactly what I did November 22nd, 2011. And since then I've never had a job. I've started this business and that's all I've done. So that's my tough top line journey.
So like right, so when you were planning like how to start and however, how did you like define your target audience? How did you know
No
that
man,
hey,
there was
I'm
no
going to
target audience.
there was no target audience.
There was no
Wow.
target audience and there was no business plan and there was just simple, it was just simply a plan. There was no plan. It was just I get a set of youths that have a lot of talent,
Mm-hmm.
that was able to come together and say to themselves, this is something that we could sell. People wanted photos for social media at the time, people wanted videos for social media at the time, and we could do it. And that was it. We had no business plan, we didn't even know how to price it at the time. We just did it. We just wanted enough money to have to not be broke and not to go back home. That was
So
it.
it was more like it was more like a, all right, learn as I go along type of thing.
It was certainly learn as I go along. But then, after a while, we started doing the business, and then after a while, it started getting organized. And then I went to the Branson Center, Richard Branson Center, which is Richard Branson, multi-billionaire, selected 20 entrepreneurs in Jamaica, and I got selected. And that's when I learned the business side of things. And then I would say the world changed after that. I would
Right.
say the
So like
hustling stopped.
when the hustling, right? So like when we were going on the website, as we click on home, we see that there's this big bold statement: perfection is possible. Now tell
Yeah.
us about that.
All right, perfection is possible. So pixel perfect. What we're trying to get at is that um, perfection is a process and not an event. And a lot of people think that to be perfect means you must stop at one point and it's a perfect event. It will never happen. However, it's a series of activities of trying to always making yourself better every time, and that is possible,
Okay.
right? So perfection, if you actually really look at the definition of perfection, it means a continuous improvement.
All right, thank you so much. Now, guys, this is where it gets interesting. So, Jamar also started a business, and it was similar to Conrad's. However, they were able to cross paths, and now they're currently working together. Now, I would love to hear that story now of how you guys decided to collaborate with each other. So, Jamar, I'm assuming that you will go first. All right, take it away.
Sure. Yeah, my journey was similar to Conrad, just in a different sphere. I'm in the production world fully. Conrad, of course, does content more indirectly. So I was trying to be a filmmaker and a musician and all these wonderful things at my production companies, Imagination Studios. And I was doing what we would call the hustling, as you'll hear Conrad say, hustling. And I reached a big money here. The brand isn't quite out there, but you're making some money on the side. You're teething one and two food from different brands, and you're making some noise about the place. And around about Champs time, 20, is it 2019, Conrad? 2019. I
2019.
get a call, right. I get a call from my friend saying there's some work. They need a live editor for Champs. That's basically when you shoot, right after the shooters come from the stadium with the footage, you edit it right away and put it out on social media. But we're doing that for brands like Grace and Western Union. So I didn't even get the work directly. My friend say, "Oh, I think you'd be good for this because he was a shooter. Come edit." And first day, turn up to Champs and I meet Conrad, the enigmatic figure, and him say, "I have two other editors here, and all of you are going to sit down and edit the same video in your own way." And that's how him decide who get the work. So right then and there, I had to show up with my skills. The guys then bring the footage, and we have to edit right beside each other at the same time. Man, I look on screen, so I'm gonna go around the corner, so the man not really to see my story. But even though that was a vibe, we're still helping each other out, and Eventually, when we finished our cuts of the videos and our reviewing, mine came out on top, and then Conrad, right, can work with the UTECH. And the funniest part about that, even though that video was quote unquote good, it wasn't until day 4 after working with me through the live editing of Champs and guiding how to tell the story. Day 4, that's right before the last day, he said, "Yeah, man, you finally find the family." And I'm like, "What?" So that was my baptism by fire into IPP. And it's after the whole Champs thing, he really rated the work that I had done under pressure at the time. We had to be putting out 5, 6, 7 videos a day. We start with 2 videos, next day more 3, next day more 4. And it's after being in that environment, he decided I was a fit for IPP because it is a high performance team kind of environment. So that was a good little story of how it came together. Came together through the work, and we continued through the work. We have the same goals and ambitions. We sat down and reasoned. I told him my dreams for film. Said I want to be a filmmaker that's on the world stage, making blockbuster movies every year, competing with Marvel and Sony and Tyler Perry Studios. And him say, "Yeah, man, that can work. We're gonna have to do that separately. Come in, come in as an editor." And I did that, and eventually I ended up as a team lead, and the journey continues. We're doing IPP Studios now. So it's just a story of simple collaboration after 2 like minds come together and say it don't make sense that we do it separately. So yeah, that's the nutshell story. There's so much in between, but you have to go ask me the question then. Yeah.
And I'm really happy though that you mentioned the whole collab thing, because I
Yeah.
think at times they love to fight out each other, and we think that, oh, we only can run with our ideas. And I like how you guys actually came together, 2 creative minds coming together to make beautiful content. And that is something that I want the members to realize, that you don't have to do it alone. If it is that someone share the same goals as you, no matter go fight out the brother man or go fight out the sister. If you guys can come together, then you can do that. So I'm really happy that that was highlighted. So Conrad, do you have anything to add to the story? Is there anything that's missing?
No, I think he highlighted it very well at the time. But Jamar really stood up because of his talent. I thought he stood out. I'm that kind of leader that likes to make it fun and interesting for our selection process. I don't like to just give people just come in and work and leave. It was very exciting for him, and Jamar is a guy that loves a challenge. So by
Yeah.
giving him that challenge, we're able to pick out the right person. And 2 years later, I would say we have a very, very good experience with Jamar. Maybe later today, if the time is right, what I could do is show you some of the videos that he has created since then. So maybe that will help you guys to get an appreciation of what he's doing.
Mm.
I think you can do it now. We would love to see it.
Oh
Oh,
no. That's
All right,
nice.
probably let me share screen. Um,
Do you have them, Conrad?
yeah.
All right.
So what I'll talk about is like some of the work that he did last. So if you see any non-social distancing things in there, don't judge us.
Yeah, man.
It's
Before the time.
it's been a while. It's been a while. All right, so I think I can start here. All
Mm.
right. All right. So in 2019, when he got in after Champs, his next big project was World Cup. And for World Cup, he actually did a massive video that TVJ used on TV channel. So you could watch this one. So that
Nice,
was
man.
one of those were some of my early ones. I'm gonna give you one more.
This is
King
quite
of
difficult.
Stamina plus the Rowdy King. King of Vitality Classic. He's the king of cool, likes the in crowd and lives for the hype. King of Energy Preservation, Ginger. A soothing soul that can cure all ails. Ginger may hold the title of king, but she is thought of as the mother of the empire. King of Unleashed Energy, Asai. Asai is the Beast King. In his realm, the daytime is meant for work. Legend has it, he's wild and reckless.
Some of these I'll just leave with the last one. That was a really good storytelling one. I wish I
Yeah.
had added another one that we just did, which was more on the side of I said the woman's ink one, Jamar, which was more
So
something.
JFJ.
Yeah, JFJ one. We'll talk about it after. If I play all of them, we'll never leave here.
No, never
Um,
end.
but there's a lot more that he has done that I think has played a very significant part in the company's future, the development of the brand. So I would say to anybody that if you're creating certain kind of content out there and you are inspired by these kind of things, or you can do even better than this, then these are I would wish that you step out and try to do it yourself, or join a team that can give you that experience, because that's necessary. Even volunteering, even Jamar, you see him volunteering on sets and being around other people who have this kind of skill set, and then see if it's actually for you or not. So those are some of the things that I would suggest to people who are actually just starting out in this industry.
And I'm happy that you mentioned volunteering because we overlook volunteering, that act of service, so much, and we feel as though we must just jump at the top of the ladder. And I think volunteering is very essential, it's very important, because you're saying to a team or you're saying to a company, hey, this is what I have to offer. I want to help build your company. And even though I may not be getting monetary gain from it, I have so much passion in me that I want to get this done with you.
Yeah.
And that really wow a manager. And you may never know, you may even stay at that company for the rest of the year. Not saying you should limit yourself, but I'm just saying that
Yeah.
volunteering, right.
I'll just give you guys a simple joke. I remember coming to IPP one morning and seeing a young man in my office, and um, I hear he's just helping us out, and he's here 2 years since then. Um, so, so those things are actually real things. I actually came here and somebody said he's just a friend of mine. He's just chipping in, sitting in on the meetings. That's okay, no problem. We just ideating. He has never left since. So, um, it's important that volunteering actually helps, because you may just come see something you like, or maybe see something you thought you were good at something, and then you come here and realize there's much more to offer since then.
Right, and I think it even expands your skill because you may go there to volunteer for something that you are passionate about, and then you realize that you're helping other persons in different sector, and then you become this well-rounded individual, and that really grows you more. So I'm happy to hear that little story that you
Well,
gave.
you hear that Jamar is a video editor, but then he's a script writer and he's a
Yeah.
musician. So and then so if we need a track, he may build the track for the video. And then if we maybe need a voiceover talent for that video, he's the voiceover talent. And
Yeah.
then now because we have some data people in the company, data science people, you'll hear Jamar say the video is not going to work because the data says so. And I'm like, who are you? Because I thought video editors would do those things. So
Yeah.
he has become a totally different person just by the people around him. So
Yeah.
I think it's a very, very important. I said it to him yesterday. I said to him, I'm very proud of him because when you get somebody who is just I would say a video editor and they can come in and sit in any meeting at an entrepreneurial level, management level, team lead level, or can sit and talk data with a client, it shows rounded individual and could sit anywhere. So that's really good, as a development for any young person coming through. So people should look at those things and not just say, I'm a photographer or I'm a video editor or something. Should just look at it and say, I'm coming to learn. It doesn't matter what the role is.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right, so Jamar, I know that you're a team leader at IPP. So tell us about your experience now being a team.
Um, it's funny because it's completely different. You know, we always yearn for these leadership responsibilities until we know what it actually is. It's a whole lot of responsibility. So I was just editing and I expressed my need to take the content to the next level and to take production to the next level, not just edit the videos, but actually produce them, have them properly written, have the stories be cohesive, have the tell a story for the brand. And so Conrad said, all right, cool, yes, you're ready for this. And then chat me with the team lead role of studios, right? And it forced that evolution because now I have to think about sales, I have to think about reporting, I have to think about accountability, all these things that I didn't realize came with production initially. You're on the creative side mostly, but there's a business side, there's a management side, there's an administrative side. So assuming that leadership role, it was intense. It reminded me of Champs time. Every week we have to do reports and I had to go through data. That was one of the hardest parts for me because I'm not a numbers person. So the biggest challenge was calling our data scientists, going through the numbers, learning how to do the calculations myself. I remember the first time I did that for a meeting, I was very proud. I could analyze the data and say, the video isn't working because 1 minute in, they stopped watching because of XYZ, and we can go through the numbers. And so that's a good experience for me. It elevates you to another level and makes you more competitive with the other creatives now because you have the edge of data, the edge of sales. So it's been crazy, but it's been beneficial.
Great. And even so, like a lot of persons can agree that the creative industry, especially in all Ireland, it has definitely stepped up as opposed to like many years ago with a lot of
Yeah.
things. And I'd really like for you guys to like just tell the members and the opportunities that can come out of this industry, other than just showing that hey, I can take a photo, I can edit a video and all of that.
Jamar, you
Conrad,
go
give
first.
me scope. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I'll give scope. You have to go into it with an open mind. You never know where you'll end up. I initially wanted to be an actor at one point. Then I realized I don't just want to be in the story. I want to be able to tell the story. So I started shooting. I'm sorry, when I shoot it, I don't have control over the end product. So I started editing, and that's where I parked mostly because I had the most control over the story there. When now Conrad is dragging me to another section, where it's the directing and the producing, where I can better manage the project cohesively. So it's something I have to go into with an open mind. You can definitely specialize and say, I'll only edit or I will only be a photographer, but you may not realize that it's such a there's so many jobs, so many roles available, not just in content, in marketing and business, that you really have to, at this young age, keep an ear out for. So even me, just to give you an idea of scope, you can end up on the set of a James Bond film. That happened to me. I put down acting for quite some time. And then I hear that Little Old Jamaica is going to be hosting the production team behind Pond. And you never think you'll get that opportunity, but I still put my hat in the ring and say I'm available to do whatever. And then I get a call and say, come be an extra on the set. And then from being an extra on the set, I met so many other creatives there. The first Jamaican assistant director for a production of that size was there, and we get to talking, and you're learning so much more because you open your mind to, okay, this is my role, but I can do more. Yes, I come to edit, but I can learn statistics. Um, Conrad can give you more on his journey in terms of a little youth from the island and up a Richard Branson. I think that's a huge story that you should tell them, just to show them scope. And it's a conversation we had the other day about exposure. You have education, you have exposure, and you have, what was the other one, Conrad? You have education, exposure, experience. And the combination of those things is what propels you forward in your career.
You guys don't need me on this show, just Jamar and the show done, like in bud. So I hear him preaching over there, so when we look at sauce that we use. But just to piggyback on that is um, what we always say is there's a lot of opportunity in the market, but just to segue on what Jamar said is that it's not about the opportunities, it's if you're ready for the opportunities. And one of the ways to be ready is to check. We have a look at three E's checkpoint to see if you're ready. And the three E's is one, do you have the experience of what you want? Right? So you want to be a video editor, do you have enough experience for that role? Secondly, if you have the experience, okay, do you have the education for that role? Not just education, like you have a degree. Do you have the education for the role you're in? Right? Then for some people, like you heard Jamar, he volunteered or he was on the set. Is he exposed enough to what the world class level is? What is expected internationally of him if he was doing this at the highest level. And we are asking you, if you have a little white paper at home, put your name, put your title, put the title or the role you want, and then ask yourself those questions. And then when you ask yourself those questions, what are the steps? What are the things that we need to be experienced in, educated in, exposed in to carry me to that next level? And I think that's a nugget for everybody, and that's something that we use internally in IPP. So if you want to become the best CEO, ask yourself, what kind of education I need to become a best CEO? What kind of experience do I need? And experience mean doing the job itself, or and doing this job itself. Exposure means somebody you're hearing, learning from, mentorship, case study, all of those things. Because exposure don't necessarily mean. So I would use an example, as Jamar was kind of highlighting my local life story, is that I got invited by the same Richard Branson that called me 2015 to train me to his house on a private island in Necker Island, 2019. Now, when he brought me there, he had 8 billionaires there with him, and I would always say that that was my greatest exposure ever. Because when you sit there with 8 billionaires and you're having a conversation about the work that they are doing with their business, I couldn't even fathom some of those things that they were doing, but at least I was exposed. So when I came back, I wanted to gain that experience. So I started to try some of those things that I heard. So I gained experience, I was exposed. And then some of the things that they were talking about at the time, I did not understand. So I had to go do some courses in it to be able to be educated on some of the stuff. I couldn't get to the next level without knowing. So Jamar was saying that, and I think that's a very good part about how to get the job, how to get the opportunities when they come. But then in the flip side is that there's a lot of jobs out there. The digital marketing and the digital environment is fast growing. And I'm not talking posting on Instagram. I'm talking data scientists. We're talking about content marketers, right? People who actually not just post, but actually know how to carry a story on any platform, right? This, what we're doing here is a form of content marketing. I'm very proud of that, right? To see that you may, I said people who do all kind of clubs, FMA, all of these big clubs in the space are trying to do things like this. And I think it's a very good use of content. So what I would say to you is that there are spaces, if you're interested in data, there are content out there. Video is the fastest growing industry. in the digital space. So if you're interested in video, there's a lot of opportunities there. Marketing analysts, people who analyze information, and then people who are creative, because with so much noise in the space, the most creative people will win at the end of the day. So anywhere you take it, there's so many opportunities out there. Like right now, if you check out, we have maybe like 9 roles available in just IPP alone, and I'm sure there are many other agencies just like ourselves that are doing the same thing. It's not unique to us, right? And we look talent anywhere. We don't just pick the best talent from Jamaica. We pick the best talent in the region. So we're actually in 4 Caribbean countries. So why am I saying that about the 4 Caribbean countries? That we have moved past, oh, we have to get Jamaicans. We are saying we are the best talent. So if you're not ready for the opportunity, it doesn't matter if the opportunity is there. We're gonna pick the best person that's become available. And because we're all online, the person doesn't have to physically be in the same location. So it's about the people, and the persons that we are choosing are really persons that have those mixed mindset, the education, the exposure, and the experience. I hope that helps.
Yes, it definitely did. All right, so somebody's asking a question. So having this type of business, what are some of the marketing strategies did he use as a new entrepreneur to establish the business?
Boy, I
Marketing.
give it a sauce.
Oh, yeah, we can give it. We never market IPP, so that's first. We never did. Never. You can check. We never did. We never did that. We have never done an advertising say come to IPP and buy social media from us. Never. Most people advertise before they have a great product. The number one marketing tool you can have is a great product and a great service. And what we did was we focused on the product and the service instead of marketing. So we spent all our money on team and on the product, which is marketing services that we offer. We didn't actually advertise. How we get customers is by word of mouth. And it's funny that we got word of mouth from Grace Kennedy and H Hardware and Lumber and ATL and Flow, and we
And
didn't
from
go
the
in,
World Cup experience with
and the World
TBJ
Cup TBJ.
was
Yeah.
big.
So it's word of mouth. Word of mouth was our thing, and I would say to every marketer, if you can help a brand to make sure that they come up with the best ideas, come up with a product that people want, think about the customer first and not the brand first, then you will create a great business or help your business to grow. So I would say as an entrepreneur, that's me wearing an entrepreneurial hat. Do not focus on the brand or the business. Focus most of your time on the product or the service. So for us to improve video, we had to get Jamar. That was the important part. So instead of marketing video to say, come and buy video from us, we got Jamar. By getting Jamar, we improved the product. By improving the product, we got a lot of work. We did what we call the Agent Sasco live series with H&L. That was a major production. Jamar did that, right? And we wouldn't get that contract if we didn't improve the product or the service that we were offering through Jamar. So I would say to any business, if you're thinking about doing a business, think about the product you want to offer and then the people, and then focus on the marketing after that.
Yeah.
Right, and that's really good though. Focusing. Oh, okay, continue.
No,
Oh,
no,
yes.
go ahead.
Oh, no, man, I was just going to add by saying that it's really, I'm really glad that you highlighted that, because many entrepreneurs that are in this meeting, it is good for them to know that they need to focus on the product. That is what you're getting the sales from. You're putting that service out there, you're putting that product out there, work on it. Don't watch views, don't watch this, don't watch that. You have to ensure that you are producing quality, because people love quality. That's all I wanted to add.
Perfect.
So Tava is asking, from a leadership perspective, what is it like managing a team of such creative and dynamic individuals and keeping everybody motivated and encouraged?
Boy,
Ooh.
I would tell you that is the hardest question. The boy always do this to me, always ask me them tough question here. But very good question. I would say to you that the number one thing of creating a company, including FMA, is simple culture. Right? That's the first thing to keep a team motivated and aligned. You have to have a great culture, right? because when you don't have a good culture, or you don't have a defined culture, then it's very hard for you to keep people aligned because they won't know exactly where you're going. The second part for motivation is vision, right? Vision for the company, right? I would say I just giving you three things that I use. So it would be culture is one, vision of company, and then I would call individual team management in terms of one-to-one management if you want to carry a company. So from a leadership perspective. So I'm talking to all the leaders of FMA today, right? If the president should make sure there's a culture for the club. And the second thing, you should make sure you have a vision for the club. Then you should make sure that the vision for the club aligns with all the people in the club. So you need to talk to certain people one on one. So in terms of PR or whatever, you should make sure what they want to do and what the company wants to do is aligned. So if you remember the conversation Jamar said at the start, I could easily say to Jamar, come and join IPP. Because what Jamar wants to do, what IPP wants to merge in the middle, and it was very easy to bring it forward. So that was one of the ways. I'm just giving you from a very high level. So for me, many people will say, oh, team speeches and da da da, but culture. So for us, our culture is staff must hate to leave. That's our culture. That's a massive responsibility when you say something like that. So when you say, hey, we want to be a place that staff hate to leave, we have to ensure that we have parties, right? We have to make sure we have parties. We have to make sure that we have gift giving in Christmas. I think last year they get some nice gifts. Jamar maybe can tell you a little more about that. You have to make sure that they are personally developed, right? So for our team, we spend a lot in personal development because when team members are learning, they stay. So if you're learning from your leader, you will stay. But if you're not learning for your leader, you will think about going somewhere else. So we recognize that one of the greatest things of keeping our team members motivated is teaching them new things. And for them to learn that there's so much more that we see either in the company or we have seen in you. Right. So I think one of those things, if you think about what I'm saying now and take those as leadership tenets where you make sure you have a clear vision for whatever you're doing. Second, you make sure that you have a great culture that stands up. If you realize we have jersey, I don't know if you guys ever see it. We have company jerseys and we have signing ceremonies. So when you join IPPs, like a top footballer has joined the club, and we have signing ceremony. We're dropping something very soon. We just joined some new members that just joined. So you're gonna see some new jerseys drop for 2021. So that's the culture, right? And after that, you make sure that you start saying to the persons now, hey, this is best for you. This is where we see you going. Do personal development of each person, and that's really the culture IPP.
Right, and having that culture, it keeps your staff, like it keeps them excited. They're looking forward to seeing, hey, what's next. So like,
Yeah, and
whoa,
then I would say we all young people now get demotivated very quickly.
yeah,
So and to avoid anxiety and stress and those things that come with all the newness, especially in the time we had to add some additional things like we have a wellness program, and we also had to change people's role very often so that things don't get monotonous. After a while, we have to start changing. So it's just management really sitting down and watching our leadership sitting down and actually observing when a team member is either burnt out, having a personal problem, or because sometimes you're seeing a team demotivated. It has nothing to do with the work, it has nothing to do with the club. It has many things to do with what's going on at home.
yes,
And it's very
external things,
important.
right?
And it's very important that leaders don't think about just what they want. It's
Mm-hmm.
all about what is best for that person. And sometimes when those two things align, you get the best work out of that person.
That's true. Wow, that's
And
totally true. Go
and
ahead,
then
Marcy.
I was just going to add that as creatives as well. You correct me if I'm wrong, but creatives normally spend, or somebody's asking a question, what are the most important soft skills needed to be a pixel?
My teeth all of the sauce, but I will give him. Because him want it. So you guys are going to have to give away. So I don't know where I can type. Can I type here? I want to type. Um, all right, so I'm going to tell you, but then I'm going to type it. So the soft skills, um, we have a term we call boldness. Brain is what we call it. So everyone should have a brain is the statement we make at IPP. And the soft skills that you must have is bold, remarkable, adaptable, innovative, and noble. Right? We think, especially a lot of young people, they are not very bold. They see a lot of opportunities and they miss out on those opportunities. They will sit in meetings with me and they're not bold enough to say what they actually feel. And we think at IPP that's not the place for you. You must feel strong enough to say what you feel, no matter what, who is in the room. Because for me, I started business at 23 and I had TVJ at about 25. So when I went into the room with the CEO or the chairman, I had to be very bold to say what you're doing is wrong and what you're doing is right. And I had to ask the team to do the same. The second thing, soft skill we ask every team member to have is what I would say is they must be remarkable. Now, being remarkable mean you don't have to, you mean remarkably smart. Some people are remarkably creative. Some people are remarkably resourceful. Some people are remarkably organized, but be remarkable at something, right? So in the team, be good at something, right? Not good, but be great at something. The third one that I think is like one of our you will see that a lot in IPP is being adaptable. A lot of people are not adaptable. So consider what happened last year. You realize a lot of people got anxious, depressed because the world was no longer the same. And if you're not adaptable, you're not going to survive, no matter which top job you have. And I would say, or no matter which opportunity comes along, if you can't adapt to when it's going good, because some people think you only have to adapt when things are going bad. Sometimes for IPP, we have a lot of work. We have more work that we can manage. We have to adapt quickly to manage more. And then there are times, Jamar shaking his head, and there are times where we have to adapt to when we have less, right? And there are many times we have too much, right? If Jamar will be honest. And then there are times when you have to be innovative, and people think innovation is all about creating a new Facebook. No, innovation means coming into FMA and saying something very simple. I think we should stop doing it on Facebook and doing it on Instagram Live. Maybe more people will come on the show. That's innovation. Not coming in and doing it as everybody else is doing. Or we could do it both on here and on Instagram, right? So maybe we could touch this audience, record it, save it, and use it after for a better recording, but we can also capture another audience there. That's innovation. So most people are not innovative. And then the last one, noble, is having the characteristic to know when to put yourself last and your team first, right? And noble means in somewhat to be a king or a queen, having some level of authority, influence, around the people that are around you. No matter who you are, you sit around the people, people must say, Jamar is great at what he does. If you talk into the persons here, they must feel your presence. And noble don't mean humble. It means having a sense of character and an impression of kings and queens. And those are what are some of the things that we always, if you come to IPP, all we talk about is brain and who have brain and who don't have brain and who not remarkable and who is remarkable. But that's how these are the characteristics of a great person that we believe. That's our philosophy, per se.
All right, thank you so much for that. Somebody was asking about mentorship programs for university students.
Boy, all right, sure. All right. All right. Normally in the summer and in Christmas, we have a larger internship program. But throughout the year, we're always looking for people for work. Like right now, we need people to respond to customers or engage with some of the big brands. Like we manage Burger King online and we manage Hello Food and those things. And sometimes we just need somebody to just talk to those customers some happy, some happy, some disgruntled, and we just need somebody with a nice voice and a nice personality to keep those people engaged and not go over to the other side. I can't call any names, um, because we do, we help with Popeyes. So if the other side is saying something, they can engage and keep it going and keep a little buzz on Twitter, while it happens. So we're looking even with every role in IPP can get an intern. That's how we are. Jamar can tell you.
Well,
There's almost an intern for every role.
that's true.
Always.
That's true. I hear
Right.
we started this meeting. Them say somebody good at editing, and we need editors. Like,
Yes, yes. Here, Jamar looking out for studios right there. So I'm sure if another team lead come on, they're like, I need a project manager. Right. So
mm,
I would say if there's anything, most of the roles that we have in the company are on our website, on our careers page. So you could go there and see the culture of the company, and outside of the culture of the company, you could see the roles that are available. And it's just an email away. It's careers at Explicit Perfect if you're interested, and we'll look at what's available for everybody right there. So it's careers at Explicit Perfect, and it's there.
yep.
All right, so I hope the members realize that opportunities are there. You must take hold of these opportunities. You may never know where these opportunities may reach you. So thank you guys so much. I'm not sure if you have any other questions. Ravel, do we have any other questions in the chat? All right. Where somebody's asking where's the application form? They would just go on the website and apply, right?
Right, right.
Okay.
At the email, I think I just messaged the email. I'm not sure if everybody's seeing it.
We placed it in the chat on YouTube, so they're seeing it. So
Right.
guys, ensure that you go over to their website, check them out, see. Don't just run go apply and you don't know what their services are about, read up about them as well, and then you can go ahead and apply. So I am really happy that you guys took the time to come and talk to our members. I really appreciate it. This was a really interactive session, and I'm glad that our members had an opportunity, because this is an opportunity and I hope we'll take advantage of it. So, Relisha?
Yes, and I'm really happy that they were able to like get insight for the creative industry, because a lot of people here will appreciate the visuals and all of that, but not many persons like take into consideration like the work where you have to put in order to like produce this type of quality, right? So guys, Robel, could you put up our certificates, please? Right.
Digital certificates.
Yes, digital.
Oh,
This is where we are now,
Ah,
right?
very
So
bossy.
I
I'd
need
like
to
to say
screenshot this.
both. Yes,
Yeah.
I would say
We're
both.
going to we're going to send it to your emails.
Send it to my
Yeah.
mother.
Yes, can even frame it and put it up in the office, you know? Yes,
Right?
yes,
Bro.
yes. Okay, guys. So on behalf of the FMA family, I'd like to say a big thank you for you both to take the time and to actually like give us insights in the creative industry and show the members that hey, opportunities are there, and that we're not supposed to really take anything for granted. The FMA family really appreciates it, and we continue to wish you all the best. IPP, we're here for it, and yeah. So members, remember that we're going to check out the website and also see what's going on there. And if it is that you want to apply, go right ahead. So thank you guys for those opportunities, and we appreciate it. So the virtual handshake, there's nothing here but yet virtual handshake, right?
I'll just say FMA that maybe a good way in the future is maybe to find some way that we can support the club in a greater way. Maybe that could help significantly, and we could assist in some meaningful ways. So let's see what that looks like in the future.
Yeah,
Maybe another way is that in the future, maybe Jamar can actually do a video session about video techniques and those kind of things. It's really really skilled in those things. Maybe people can see you know things they actually like, just from a more exposure. It don't have to be a full session, but maybe like exposure of some of the things you could try. Similar to what we said. Watch the video and then everybody get a little challenge to create something similar, that kind of thing, and maybe we
Yeah,
sponsor it. So who knows? So let's see what we can do from here, and I'm really happy for the initiative that you guys have done as well. All right.
great.
Thank you so much. We're looking forward to that, of course. So thanks again, guys, and do have a good rest of the day.
And all the best.
Sure.
Oh, love that for us.
Yes, opportunities.
Love that for us.
Oh, Ravel is back. Over to you, Ravel.
Hey guys, yeah man, that was really a good session. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the reason, well, just to mention, like, just a backstory to the members. The idea came to mind to reach out to them, knowing in fact that they are a marketing agency, and FMA is a marketing club, and also there's surely to be some kind of linkage or some form of networking that can be done to, at the end of the day, benefit the members, because we don't want to always be, you know, coming with motivational speakers to share their life stories. We want to present you with networking opportunities for you to get possible jobs in the industry. And so it's Pixel Perfect came to mind, and so we wanted them to be a part of today's meeting. And so I'm happy that you guys stayed. I know we're not so comfortable around the screens over a long period of time, but we appreciate the fact that you guys stayed, all 29 persons I'm seeing right now. Just to for intermission, I'm gonna add Kamisha. She has a promotion to share, and I want you guys to tune in a bit. Hi, Kamisha.
Hey guys. So hi everyone. You know that FMA Crush is coming up for Valentine's, and I just hope that everyone will be buying somebody something. And as you know, we are promoting it not only for you to buy for like your partner or anything. You can buy for your mom, your sister, your friends, anybody, even an exec member. Tavoy's birthday is coming up. And yeah, so you just
Big up to
this is an opportunity to just make somebody feel special, especially in a time like this. So just send out a little gift. Of course, we're trying to make the packages as reasonable as possible so anybody can buy it. And we have three different prices. So we still have a survey going around. You guys can still try to tell us what you want in the packages and just participate. Buy it for somebody, your best friend, your grandmother, anybody. Put a smile on somebody's face. Use this Valentine experience this year to just pass the love to anybody. It doesn't have to be to your boyfriend or to your girlfriend. Just pass the love to anybody and make them feel special, all right? Because we're still in quarantine, okay? All right, so thanks, guys.
yeah. That's why so every time you hear the word promotion, I think about boy, that's a whole mood, Savoy. Tell you. I mean, today I actually thought that someone from FMA would have gotten it. And boy, oh, Conrad fumbled the bag. Ah, boy. But you guys are really smart, though. I really like the fact that you guys are collaborating in the bit group and, trying to, get the answers. It's a whole mood every morning at 9:50 a.m. You can always expect persons to be messaging in the group, and that's really good. That's what we want to see, and we actually like to see all of that happening. Another thing we want to mention too is our Instagram series that we'll be doing, IGTV series, which will be done to feature some of the entrepreneurs that are a part of FMA. I think it will be like a brief, like a 30-minute thing in terms of the series. It will be starting soon. And the persons that will be hosting are Robert Henry, our event coordinator, and Marisol Blake. All right. So earlier on, I mentioned that I I have some credit that I want to give away, and I gave away one already, so I have three more to go. And there's a point to note as well. We at FMA, you know, we have a partnership with digital and things, so we are all about digital, not just to give away credit, but we also try to assist digital in meeting their objectives. And so one of those objectives now would have been to ensure that persons download their different applications. So I know currently, let me just go and BIP. Let me go and BIP. I know in the WhatsApp group, we have 251 people in there, while in the BIP group, we have 48 members, which is like less than 50% basically, right? So we want persons to download the BIP app. We have some credit to give away. I have about $900 leave that I want to give away. Yeah. So I want persons to download the BIP app, whichever app that you haven't downloaded as yet. So you have, let me just tell you what the apps are. Abby, let's not talk about the BIP. That's a whole lottery draw kind of business because that's crazy. But the different apps though that we want you guys to download, and I have $900 credit to give away today. I may not be able to do it in this meeting, but I want you guys to download the other apps. Would that be BIP, the B Music, the Play Go, or the Sportsmax, or Loop, or the Billow, or the radio station one, Go Loud. Oh God. Yeah. But we want you guys to download the apps. We have about $9 credit to give away, and we want you guys to take the opportunity to download these apps. Once you've downloaded one of those apps that you don't have on your phone as yet, just inbox me or any one of the admin persons in the WhatsApp group or in the BIP group that you've downloaded the app, and so we'll give you some credit. It may not be $300, it may not be $100, who knows? You may get even more than just the amount that you bargained for, but we want to give away that amount of credit today, $900 credit, and we want you guys to download the applications, all right? So that's it for today, guys. We appreciate you all for coming out. Big up to Abigail Edwards for, snatching that $300 credit. Yeah. So Robert is saying, send the screenshots of it being downloaded. Yes. Yes. So we don't want you to uninstall any of the apps you downloaded already. So once you have a digital app that you haven't downloaded as yet, you can just seize the opportunity to download it and get a chance to win some credit. All right, guys. So that's it for today. Big up on yourselves and stay safe. Wear a mask, use hand sanitizer, and stay socially distant. Yeah. Big up yourself.